right, so first of all, I would go to wherever, go to Google, and then I type in Black Simpsons characters. I've already got it here. The reason I do this, I want to see how the Simpsons draws. And bro, I'm going to start saying melanin, the word black. If you look it up in the dictionary, it's not a whole lot of good things. So yeah, basically I look through and just see how they draw the melanin characters. Basically until I see a character that matches who I'm trying to draw. All right, boom. So this guy, bro, that looks like Ludacris Simpsons. No way. They actually had Ludacris in it. Oh yeah, I remember this episode still. I do not remember this though. Right, they got Pharrell as well. Jeez. All right, so I'm even going to save these images for my collection. So what I do when I find these images, I just put them all in a folder and I save them because obviously I do videos like every week. So I keep them for reference, tweak little bits here and there. Anyway, I'm going to use this as an example. Just save that to desktop. All right, boom. So that's step one. All right, so here I've got a different collection of images as well. I've got 50 Cent when he was in the episode. These are a few I had saved already. Got a Pharrell picture. I've got this one here. So you get the idea anyway. I've gone for images that kind of look like who I'm going to draw. So the process here is almost identical to the Danny Phantom process. For example, here's one I've made earlier. As you can see, can you guys see that? I bet. I've mixed like two characters here. I've mixed the body and then I've put the head of 50 Cent. So for example here, you've got him out of the car. And then I've just put his head on another body, you know what I mean? And I've done this in Photoshop. You guys don't have to use Photoshop. However you guys can get it done, get it done. I mean, this is not a super clean edit, as you can see. There's still like yellow parts in here. So it don't have to be super clean, but it's so you have a guide on what you're drawing. So in this video, I'm going to be drawing myself, of course. Who else am I going to draw? So I need to kind of find my body position that I find myself usually standing in, and then a face that sort of matches me. And then from there, I'll tweak it as I'm drawing. Yo, Pharrell low-key looks like me. Okay, so what's my stance? This kind of looks like me, you know what I'm saying? This one I already had made earlier. To be honest, I usually don't really put my hands in my pockets, or do I? All right, bet. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to go along with this. So this is the character I'm going to go with. All I've done here is grab a body of another character with his hands in his jacket or whatever, and then 50 Cent's head on it, basically. Or a character that looks like me. From here, all I'm going to do is draw out this outline here. You know what? I might modify the eyes a little bit. Let me see how that looks if I do that. So boom. I'll show you guys an example of how it looks to like cut and paste pieces in Photoshop. All right, boom. So open that up. And I'm not going to lie, my eyes are quite small. You know what I mean? Like almost like Asian kind of eyes. I've been told. So, so we got Pharrell that we just found off Google. I think people have told me I have similar features to Pharrell, you know what I'm saying? Not that I look like Pharrell, but so I'm gonna grab the eyes they use for him in The Simpsons. All I'm doing here is overlaying those eyes over this image here to see if it kind of looks more like me. This is like half drawing, half like being really smart, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, I could do this without all this Photoshop stuff, but this just makes it easier, you know what I mean? So when you're drawing, you don't have to start rubbing out and then going over again. If you're able to just do it digitally and then draw it, bruh, why not? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna rub out this one on this side just to see if there's any point even adding this. I think really, if it was me, I'd probably have like more of a, his eyes are a bit wide, if you know what I'm saying. So I would add a curve here, then I'd color that. So this would be more me, but I'm just thinking, do I even bother to add this? That does look like me, I'm not gonna lie. So you know what I'm gonna do? I tried to explain it there. I think you guys get the idea. I'm gonna make it and then turn the camera back on once I've made it because it's a bit complicated doing both at the same time. Okay, so this is my character pretty much finished. As you can see, I've changed the eyes here. Boom. Next, gonna just save this as a JPEG or whatever. Leave it on the screen. Then I'm gonna sketch it out in real time. That's pretty much how to do this. Now I'm gonna go into the drawing part of the video. Of course, I'm gonna add my hair, change the clothes up. Now I've got my basic outline that I can work with. Moving on to the drawing part, here's how we're finna do it. I'm gonna break it down real simple for you guys. Alright, so this is usually how I start my Simpsons characters, with one long rectangle for the body and legs, and it gets more narrow as it goes towards the bottom. Next, we finna put in a midline to separate the body and legs, and we're gonna start building out from there. Alright, so now we got the legs drawn in. Now we're going to start to add in the details. So, you know what I mean? If you're wearing some straight trousers, you can leave the line straight. If you're wearing baggy jeans, like, however you drip on them, you know what I mean? Like, here's where you're going to add the details in. Obviously, if you want the jeans more skinny, you wear skinny jeans like myself. In that case, you move the lines in on the side, make them a bit more narrow. Next, we're moving on to the shoes. We're going to go with a basic outline. After that, you can draw whatever shoes you want to draw, whatever trainers. What's up? You smell like the hills. So yeah, that's pretty much the bottom half done. From here, draw whatever you want to draw. Trousers, shoes. I'm drawing my own design, so I'm probably going to speed this part up. Cool, you can't escape. Try pull me down cause it can't relate. You need to wake up and go wash your face. I'm serious. They try to value me. Put the prices, put the tags on me, what I'm tugging to you. In my go-go denim. Let me off the leash and I might go get. I was pushing that chocolate. As usual, if you're drawing any black materials, grey is always a good highlight. So I just remembered, before colouring the trousers, you should actually draw in your shirt line so you don't colour over that, if you know what I mean. And he was pushing that chocolate, 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 and he was pushing that chocolate. So I should probably say what I'm wearing just for the vibe of the video. So the trousers, that's a heartfelt Av timepiece right there. Yes, Sirski. The shoes represent, if you know, you know. I ain't finna give out a major plug here. I need a check for that plug, you know what I'm saying? Come and get this cake, I've been recognizing all the way. Ooh, yeah, I've been rapping all from night to day. Get this cake, oh yeah, get this cake, oh yeah. I'm insane, oh yeah. Get this cake, oh yeah, get this cake, oh yeah, get this cake, oh yeah. Bust a move in the air, suplex on the sheets, you scared. I'm hype when they move quiet. Ice got Gaina, ice got Gaifa. They roll back, they don't care. Got character and some flair. Vince said Ric Flair, I give them a Rick stare. Lift up when I kick, moon gravity things. Step beside the ring, floating in the air, zone in the ends. Bedroom, how I feel, how I feel. Bedroom, how I feel, how I feel. And he was pushing that chocolate, and he was pushing that chocolate, and he was pushing that chocolate. And he was pushing that chocolate, and he was pushing that chocolate, and he was pushing that. Originally I had my hands in my pockets, but now I'm just going to change to a t-shirt just for the vibe, and I feel like it's better for you guys anyway. You get a more general character stance, you know what I mean? I'm going to show you how to draw the hands as well, so yeah. Okay, so a quick tip for drawing the arms and hands on a Simpsons character is always keep the arms like quite thick, you know what I mean? If you watch the Simpsons, you know the characters are quite chunky, you know what I'm saying? For the hands, it's kind of like drawing bananas, if that makes sense, in the way they're curved. And again, just keep them thick and rounded. You could start off narrow and then sort of build it out, if that helps. But yeah, pretty much just follow what I'm doing here.
Tryna be higher, put your sleeves higher, put your sleeve higher. Remember that chick from the scene, oh yeah. Couldn't even talk for the street, oh yeah. Oh, why is she calling for me, oh yeah. Are you taking the piss?
Alright, so now we're moving on to the head. So this is kind of hard to explain. This is probably the hardest part of drawing a Simpsons character. So all I can really say is just follow what I'm doing here. I'm going to make it nice and slow for you guys, and I'm going to break it down as well. But yeah, man, out of all the characters I draw, the Simpsons ones are definitely the hardest ones. It's taken me the longest to get a rhythm of drawing different people. I'm still not all the way there, but you know, I'm definitely a lot better than I was. But you know, we're still crushing on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We're going the hardest on YouTube. I can say it with my chest, ain't nobody coming as hard as us on YouTube. Like, I ain't seen no one drawing like we drawing, you know what I'm saying? So even though I'm not 100%, hey, I'm still on these people next. Like, that's a fact. Little Kizzy. So to break down how I drew the head here, all I did was start with the most basic outline of the face. I then moved on to building out the details, for example, the ears, the facial structure, then moved on to the eyebrows, eyes, and then this helps with the positioning of the nose.
Remember that chick from the scene, oh yeah. Couldn't even talk for the street, oh yeah. Oh, why is she calling for me, oh yeah. Are you taking the piss and the friend is recording for me, oh yeah.
So with all my characters, I always leave the top of the head flat because I'm trying to get the most basic shape possible to make it easy. After this, I then add in the curve of like the head, the skull. I don't know if I should say the skull. And then from here is where I put in the hairline. Bro, why is my alarm going off, man? From here, I then put in the hairline, shape up, hair texture, blah, blah, blah. Alrighty, so that's pretty much a wrap. That's the whole character done. From here, I'm just gonna start coloring in everything, putting on the clothes I want to put on. So I'll probably speed it up from here. But yeah, man. So obviously I got to add the jewelry in as well, you know what I'm saying? That big boy chain. This is actually a chain I thought of like a few days ago. Like, I want to get this made. It's like the emblem that I put at the end of my videos. The smiley face and the words. If you know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm genuinely looking into getting this chain made because I drew this here and I'm like, nah, this too clean. It looked too hard. Random fact though, I low-key use these drawings on myself as like manifestation. So I literally draw myself in clothes that I want or stuff like that, like trainers that I might want, maybe a watch that I might want. And I'm not gonna lie, it's actually been working. Like, all the stuff I've drawn in my previous videos, I actually own those like things now. So at this point, I'm like drawing. When I draw myself, I'm literally drawing clothes from my cupboard. Like, like before I was all going on Google, like, okay, let me search up like what trainers, blah. Now I literally just look in my cupboard and I just draw it. But yeah, man, that's a fun fact right there. Like, if you guys are into manifestation, vision boards and all that, drawing is also a form of it. Never underestimate that.
Heads off, I got my heads off. I did the maths cause it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke, it ain't no joke. Take me for jokes. No, you can't take me for jokes. I'm spilling that pack, you know it's gon' blow. Oh, damn, it's gon' blow. Oh, damn, I'm feeling like Pablo. So damn low key on the tightrope. Don't slip, don't lean on the paddle. Slow down on me with no backbone. Why you talking like your life is on the line though? You ain't my slime, you just my side hoe. Get in my ride.
time, 3 times. Don't think I need to tell you anymore. I was out of my zone, baby. I don't really need your love, baby. You should watch your tone, baby. I'll be finding my own, baby. Yeah. I'm feeling like Pablo, not be feeling like Naco, yeah.
Here I'm just switching between the fine line and a bold marker. Fine line for neat lines and bold marker to color in the rest.
Oh damn, I'm feeling like Pablo. Ay, so damn low key on a tightrope. Don't slip, don't think it on a battle. Don't be like a fiend in a night. Why you talking like your life is on the line though? You ain't my slime, you just my side hoe. Getting my ride home. Heads up, I got my heads up. Big thing and it ain't no joke. Ain't no joke, ain't no joke. Heads up, I got my heads up. Big things and it ain't no joke. Ain't no joke.
In the moment, but she knew the dress cause she bad in the moment. Looking for some friends that she had in the moment. Wow, she sad, I feel frozen.
So for the highlights, I always use gouache because it just stays super white even after it dries. You can use a coloring pencil as well, that works just as good and you've got more control over it. So that is a rack, how I draw my Simpsons characters, simplified. There you go, you got the sauce, you got the drip, you got the splash. 10k special, thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. They didn't even think we'd make it to 10,000. We here, and hey man, many more to come man. 20,000, 100,000 on the way, you know what I'm saying. But yeah man, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.